Good morning, traders. This is my second video today because I lost my first one. You know, they put the pause and the delete button right next to each other on this thing. And one wrong little move and you delete the video. It's not the best setup in the world. So I've done that a few times and I've got a way to fix it though. I'm going to change my system. Instead of recording a screen like I'm doing now, I'm going to record an over-the-shoulder cam, which I'll just basically just turn on, leave on the whole time. I might have to edit out some of the stuff during the day, which will take me a little extra time, but it'll be a lot better with respect to being able to see everything I'm saying. Like right now, all you see is the 1 minute chart in the dome. You're not seeing the other charts that I've got set up and how I'm working everything else. And it would kind of help to see all that information too. So, and I'm just going to have it set up for 4 monitors. My other 4 monitors will be used for stocks. But I won't show that until I start trading the fund. I'm just going to show the futures, which is basically oil right now, that I'm just focusing on. And but that way it'll solve that problem. I won't have to pause it and then start it and then pause it and start it. And the thing is they've got the delete button here, pause button here, stop and start button here. So every time you pause it and delete it like this, if you go over here, you delete it. I should have it like on the other side of the whole thing where it's over here, away from the 2 buttons that you constantly use back and forth. Because one wrong mistake. Anyway. And you're trading and you're trying to pay attention to everything that's going on. And then you're trying to hit the pause button or start button. And actually that time I was trying to save the video. I was just trying to save it. And then I was going to record a second one for the second half of this session. Because I'm going to start tracking the code here, and I'm going to start taking some code 1 entries. But anyway, let me explain what happened. You missed a really good video, a good trading day today, because I lost the first 2 trades today. Went down 40 ticks, which I haven't done in quite a while. But I went down 40 ticks today. And it was just because the code 2 was wrong, and then I went short, and it was ahead for a bit, and then it went up, stopped me out, and then I took another trade and went long. I was actually ahead, and then it went back, and I got stopped out. I shouldn't have held that one, so I was down 40 ticks. And then what I've been doing is just using the code 1 ever since, and I hit a couple. Let's see, I hit like. Well, four trades, over 4 trades in a row with the code 1. So I've like fought myself all the way back from being totally down. I was like down that much, and then I'm back that much. Now what I'm doing is I'm waiting because the code change happened, and I'm waiting to track the code again so I know what the code is. And for those of you that belong to my charting service, you know when the code change is happening. So, and you also know that they don't change it after that. So that's a good strategy that you can just use the second half here and just track the code until you get it, and then use that code, because you can use that code all the way into the third code 2, which yesterday ran 120 ticks. 120 ticks for the profit off the code 2, and the day before that it was high too. I don't remember what it was, but it was really high. It's been running really high. It's abnormal for it to do that, but it's been running really high right now. It's acting real strange lately, but it's won the last 2 or 3 times in a row. Before that it was not doing anything, or it was losing. So it's running better right now, but I still want to watch it before would take entries on it. But anyway, the thing is, though, is you don't have to play that code 2 that way. You don't have to play the range, for instance. You can play the code 1 into that code 2 and just let it go. Sometimes you can hit these huge trades. Actually, lately you've been able to hit huge trades that way. So that's a good strategy, is to track code 1 the second half here, start taking entries, you get the code 1 down, and then you take the code 1 entry into the code 2 trade. Both going both ways, so that you can actually hit it for big money. And if the thing really moves big, like it's been doing the last couple of days, you can really hit some trades. So that's actually a very good strategy. Because the first part, if you do it, they change it 2 different times. And so they mess it all up right there. But the second part, they don't. So there you go. It's a great strategy. And I'm going to use that strategy today. Because this thing got me when I first came out today, and I've been like on a mission to get revenge. But anyway, I'm going to did I get this recording? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get going, and I'll be back shortly to take some code 1 entries. Although it's going to start to die here, but still, I'm going to take some entries. I'll be back. Oh, with respect to that code 2 trade this morning, that's twice in a row now. Back-to-back weeks. Okay? So, I'm talking to my charting members because they're only going to know what I'm talking about. That's back-to-back. Alright? So that's 2. I've seen it do 3 before. Never seen more than that. So we've done 2. The chances of it doing 3 probably aren't so good. So the next one would probably be the right, what's supposed to happen. But if not, and it were to do it a 3rd time, that would be it. I've never seen more than 3 times in a row. Never. So the chances of it going the right way from that point forward would be, really high math. Like, approaching 100%. So, this is all mathematics. So what's good about this, that this has happened, the last 2, is that it's about to be over with. And it'll start going the right way with an 80% accuracy again. So, in other words, we're in the 20% right now. Now it's going to go back to the other way, and boom, 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 we build to win every one. So that's always good, because when you're in the middle of it, and you're winning, and you're winning, and you're winning, you never know when that one's going to come. And then it comes, and then you don't know if it's going to do it again. Which I was calling it wasn't, because it looked really good on the chart, but it did it again, so that makes 2. So it's going to be over with. It'll go right back to the way it's supposed to be. And that's a moneymaker. That's a big, big moneymaker, even though it hasn't worked the last couple times. But look at the time before that, it worked. And so anyway, it'll work again. Okay, I am going to track the code here, and I'll pick it up, and I'll start taking some entries. I've got the code figured out here, and I'm going short. It's about to drop out. Boom. Should be an easy 20 ticks right here, but I could go for more if I wanted to. This is towards the bottom of the daily chart here, 56 ticks to go, and it would be the bottom of the daily. We'll see it continue down here. Where's my exit at? My exit, okay. Let me set the stop now. Stop's gonna be, okay, setting the stop. I want to play games with this thing. Stop in place. I think I got the code right, but I could have it wrong. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Man, I tell you, I cannot believe how hard this day has been. This is like one of the hardest days. Okay. Now I've got to go back in and recalculate the code. I can't believe it. It's so bizarre. Okay. You know what it is? Seriously. I'm just going to tell you a truism right now. It's Friday. This is why the best way to play Friday is to play the code 2. If you lose on the code 2, which today you would have lost on the code 2 today. If you lose on the code 2 on Friday, just stop. Don't trade no more. Take the rest of the day off, the rest of the weekend off, call it a bad day. Just do that. That's the best way to play it, seriously. Don't bother to try to play code 1. I don't know what it is about Friday, but the code just gets really super tricky and it gets weird. It just gets plain weird. Okay, now I'm going to be able to go back in and track it and see what the code actually was. But I mean, just as far as like tracking it in real time and trying to figure it out, it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 times harder than a normal day. I don't know why that is. They make Friday hard like that for some reason because they want it to like just, I don't know, trick as many people as possible or something on Friday. Whatever. It's just it can be a really hard day. Or it's a super easy day if the code 2 works. If the code 2 works, you just hold it. You don't care what code 1 says or what code 1 even is. You just hold it for the 100 ticks. Boom, you get it. It's over. It's easy day. Otherwise, it's going to be tough. No matter what. So, okay, so I'm going to go in and use my experience and skill and everything like that. Figure out what the code is. I'm going to take another entry. Hopefully I can figure it out before. Yeah, I'll figure it out real quick. Hang on. Just take a look at this thing on the 10-minute. Chopped up, chopped down. I mean, it just, Friday is, not an easy day unless the code 2 works. This one today actually has a code 2. It goes the opposite direction that I called. So, and I went the opposite direction. I went the wrong way. So, but the way that it went, it doesn't really technically go 100 ticks. So it was a shallow day. See, it was shallow by, well, it's really shallow. Like only 70 ticks. So it was shallow, very shallow. Not 100. If you looked at it the other way, still getting close to 100 though. If you looked at it the other way, it's possible. It's just a tricky day, a Friday. But if they work, then it's an easy day. That's why if you take what you believe is a code 2 on Friday and it doesn't work, then don't bother. I mean, I have like been fighting so hard. I was able to get the code right and hit good trades, but now I thought I jumped in what I thought was the code, and obviously it's not. I still don't know what it is, so I still got to go find it. See, here's what the problem is. Let me show you. I'll zoom out a little bit. The problem is that it's so choppy. then it's hard to find the code. Because there's a code there somewhere, but if it doesn't make the exit and it's shallow, then what's to differentiate it between everything else? So it's hard to see it, hard to know which one would be the right one. But if it makes the exit, then you can see it. This is what's happening. Okay, and then all of a sudden it'll make this move. Okay, maybe I can find it now. Hang on. Okay, well, this is the reality. Even if there is a code there, there is a code there, but no matter what the code is, it's not making it to the exits. It just isn't making it. It's just too choppy. Even the 20 tick exits, it's not making it. By the time you take entry, you're not going to be able to get the 20. So everything is running shallow. See how choppy it is? Chop goes up, then it goes all the way back down, and then it goes all the way back up. But it didn't continue to go up. It came all the way back down since it made that line. See, it's very choppy. So in light of that, and plus it's only going to get more dead as time goes on. This is Friday. It's all going to come to a close here real soon. So if it can't make the exits and it's only going to die more, there's no reason to trade it anymore. That's why if you get the code 2 wrong right in the beginning, just take the loss. That's what I should have did first thing this morning. Okay, I'm ending up for the day, but still, as much work as I put into it, I'd rather just taken the loss and walked away, because you don't need to fight on Friday. You have the advantage of the code 2. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day then. I've had enough. I don't know what the code even is, and even if I do, it's not making it to the exit, so no reason to play it. I'll be back next week to do some more trading, and hopefully, you see what's happening is, let me just show you. This is the daily chart here. Now look, we went all the way down, right? But see, just like it got choppy right there, it's been real choppy in here. And even as it's coming down right now and getting close to the bottom of the daily, it's doing it in a very choppy, slow motion. But 2 days ago in the charting service, I called for it to go short, back to back, 2 entries. Now, today it's going down, but it did so in a unforeseen fashion. It did so using a different code than what it normally uses. So I didn't call it, but it's just been, a hard Friday. Fridays are like that a lot of times, and sometimes they're real easy. I just like to play the easy ones. So anyway, but I did call for it to go down 2 days ago, for it to start its way down. I did call for that not to be the bottom of the daily right there. Anyway, I am going to get going for this week, and I've still got to do the charting service for today. And I'll be back next week to do some more trading, to hit some more big trades. And we got some good trading coming. Whether this thing is going to drop out and drop some more like here, or whether it's going to turn direction finally and make a bottom and turn direction finally and start heading back up. No matter what it does, it's going to be a mover and a money maker. It's been tough over the last you know, since this period here, it's been a little tough. But just wait till we catch these big ones. These big moves down. See here? Big move down. And then this big move down. And then this one. And then this one. It's getting ready to possibly do that now. But it's the end of the week. So it'll play around a bit more. And then make the break and go. And watch how the code 2 will catch that. Will catch it before it ever happens. And catch these moves down. That's where your money comes in. It's been choppy for a while. It's getting ready to make a move. There's the bottom right there. Bottom on oil. Everybody's wondering, where's the bottom on oil? Watch. I will catch and show what the bottom will be when it comes. Anyway, I'm going to get going for the week. Happy trading out there, traders. I know today wasn't the best day in the world, but don't worry, it'll get better. Next Friday, the mathematical... I almost gave a secret away. Thought I was recording the daily video for the charting. Okay, I'm going. Have a good week out there, traders. And I will see you next week. Happy trading.